continues to be box office. Clark and the Fever currently lead the WNBA in average game attendance and per game TV viewership. But despite the attendance and viewership records, there seems to be some haterade in the league in regards to Clark, starting with WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops herself. She recently spoke on her podcast, Queens of the Court, and didn't mention the rookie when speaking of Indiana's rise in the standings. Here's what Cheryl Swoops had to say. Look at this. So delusional. I think the Olympic break really helped Indiana. I'm going to shout out to Lexi Hull. I'm a big Lexi Hull fan. Lexi Hull shot the leather off the ball in their game against Seattle. Kelsey Mitchell is just stroking. She's just shooting the basketball. Aaliyah Boston, almost a triple-double. If Indiana continues to play the way they're playing like this, they too are going to move up in the standings, end quote. So no, Caitlin Clark.
Oh my God.
Cheryl Swoops. No, Caitlin Clark. Respectfully, Cheryl Swoops, you have any idea how that makes you look? You have any idea how that serves to stain any kind of critique of Caitlin Clark, because that gives fodder to those who believe she's being hated on and ostracized to some degree.
Makes you look like petty.
You realize that,
discriminatory.
Cheryl Swoops, you're insane to do that? Let me tell you why you're insane to do that. Because Cheryl Swoops, you're one of the greatest players ever in the history of basketball. That's why. See, you won a championship in college at Texas Tech. You won 3 Olympic gold medals. You won 4 WNBA championships. You know basketball. You know basketball better than me. You know basketball than any of the pundits. You know basketball better than most of the men that play basketball. You just accidentally left Caitlin Clark's name out of that soliloquy that you dropped about the Indiana Fever. Stop it. You know that. Stop it. And then y'all wonder what happened. See, remember when I was on the air on ESPN and I got into it with Monica McNutt? Stephen A., I'm talking to you, Stephen A., if you had promoted the WNBA more, if you had talked about it more, they would have played more games. Like I had the power to go up to ESPN and say, directors and producers and cameramen and everybody else flocked to the WNBA at the time when it wasn't nearly as popular as it was today. That's what Monica McNutt accused me of, but it's okay. It's just a disagreement. See, y'all act like there's some buzz and there's a problem. No, it's a debate show. She has her opinion. I have mine. I happen to believe she was wrong. I happen to believe I was right. And I happen to believe the facts have shown that I was right. How was the attendance for Team USA in the Olympics? What would it have been like if Caitlin Clark was playing on that team? Remember the first game? Look at this right here. National broadcast viewership. What are we talking about here? 1,000, what is that? 1.219? Is that the number? And the game afterwards got 485,000 views. So the Fever in their game against the Minnesota Lynx was 1.219 million. On Ion.
Well, also, you're missing the fact that the Storm Fever game, Caitlin Clark 4x'd it from the Mystics and the Suns Wings. She 5x'd it, nearly 6 times as much. What Caitlin Clark does is insane. You guys wonder why I talk about it this so much and why I'm so consistent in making videos. Because we can see that Caitlin Clark is getting concrete hate, pure evidence, as I keep highlighting. Like I highlighted on other women's sports blogs where they still don't talk about Caitlin Clark. She's literally chasing history right now, trying to be the all-time single season record holder for assists. And they're barely talking about it. What she does from a box office standpoint, from viewings, money, what she does all on the court and off the court. And then they want to try to gaslight us like we're being irrational. Like we're just being ultra fans of some sort. When we have concrete proof. Ex-players are praising everyone but Caitlin Clark. Do you know how insane that is? Do you know how insane that is? Can you imagine if Caitlin Clark looked a little different? Could you imagine? And if they did that? Oh my God. Would they go insane? They would be calling for these people to be fired. There would be boycotts. They would be setting the whole world on fire. It's just wild that this is like seen as like okay. Or just like a debate. Like kind of as because even Stephen A was like, well, this is a debate show. This isn't, there's no problems with that. And I'm not saying that exact instance is, was like such a problematic thing necessarily with him and Monica. Because I did see that, and I don't even feel like unpacking that, because who cares? But this isn't just a difference of opinions. This isn't just, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and you think the Buffalo Bills are the best team in the NFL. That's a debate. I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback if he had a better coach, and you think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. That's a debate. That's a difference of opinions. Purposely oppressing Caitlin Clark, denying her greatness, trying to minimize her, trying to pull her down, trying to reduce her accomplishments is nothing short of disgusting. Call it for what it is. It's disgusting. It's awful. It's a disgrace. It's atrocious. It's petty. It's ugly. It's discriminatory. I can use all the words. Should I just go look up a thesaurus right now? It's fundamentally wrong. And the funny thing is, the backwards, insane, bonkers world we live in, these same people say that they want to live in a different world than the world that we live in. That we want to live in a more inclusive world, a more accepting world, a more loving world, a world where women's sports is higher up, equal pay, diversity. And then they go do these types of things. They do the exact opposite of what they preach. That's a little suspicious, don't you think? It's a little weird. Aren't you supposed to start with I'll keep it gender neutral, the person in the mirror? When you point at someone, there's like 3 fingers pointing back at you. These people can't even do what they want everyone else to do. Start with yourselves. Embrace greatness. Embrace Caitlin. How hard is it for you to say, and of course, Caitlin Clark? If you don't want to go on a whole rant about Caitlin Clark, I get it. I'm okay with that. But you can say this whole thing, and you can say, and of course, Caitlin Clark is balling out. We know what she's more than capable of doing. And that's it. You could just give a sentence. You're either a pro or you're not. Especially when you're trying to be like a content creator. I don't know what the heck the Queens of the Court podcast is. I'll be honest. I'm not listening to that podcast. I got other things to do in my life. But obviously, everyone these days wants to be a content creator, especially ex-athletes. If you want to do that, then you have to be genuine. You have to be honest. You have to be open. You have to be transparent. That's what I try to do. And I think that's why a lot of people enjoy the content that I create. Because I try to be as honest and as open as I can about everything, no matter what I'm thinking about, no matter what I'm approaching. I've been very honest just about this whole process of having a YouTube channel. I don't try to pretend to be anything that I'm not. I'm very honest just about my felt experience with doing all of this. I read the comments. I interact with everyone. I want it to feel very connected. I want it to feel like we're kind of like all kind of experiencing this together. So if you're going to do that, like, at least be honest. I'm like half entertained, half not surprised, half disgusted. That's a lot of halves. Math. It just blows me away. It blows me away that this level of ugliness is okay. Because it is talked about a little bit. You do have Stephen A. talking about it. You do have some people talking about it. Then you have other people who are being silenced about it, like Pat McAfee. And you got to just ask yourself, like, why is this okay? I just think it's wild. I really, really do. And I just hope Caitlin Clark just keeps fighting. And I think she will. And I just hope she no longer tries to be friends. She no longer tries to be accepted. Her destiny is to just take over the WNBA. Her destiny is to prove that she will go down in books as one of the greatest WNBA players of all time. Be like Michael Jordan. Be like Kobe Bryant. They did not try to become best friends or accepted by anyone in the league. But their gameplay, their work ethic, their success, their ruthlessness demanded and earned and made it inevitable that every single person had to respect them. And that is Caitlin Clark's destiny. And I really hope she chooses to accept it. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the continual Caitlin Clark hate? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.